David, you're really so unbelievable person, amazing, and a role model, first of all. I don't want to ask your age, but I can say that in this corporation built 50 years ago, and I seen your pens, 50 years pens, it's a huge success, I think. What do you think, what is success in education to you?
Well, I have three things, I suppose. One is the people I work with. I don't actually have a family. I mean, I have an adopted son, but I'm not married at the moment, and I don't have children, so it's like my family, the people I work with. If I didn't have these wonderful people working with me, I've been lucky and clever enough to get good people. Some of them stayed on many, many years, like 20 years or more. And secondly, of course, you've got teachers. I try to get the most dynamic teachers for the subjects. We have to keep on looking for new teachers who are the best and the most devoted to the students and dynamic. And not all British either. Some are actually from places like Pakistan, but they are often very, very dynamic people, and the students really respect them.
Yeah.
And thirdly,
I've seen your math teacher, I'm so sorry for interrupting.
Yes.
Who has a PhD degree from Imperial College,
Amir.
right?
Mr.
That is, he's from Iran. Wonderful
Oh, I'm
guy.
so
Amir.
sorry. I heard.
Amir.
Amir.
Yes, he's a fantastic. We only had him for about 4 years, but he's a very, very kind person.
Yeah.
Some teachers are so good. He gives of himself. He gives extra lessons free. He's really caring. And you say he's got a PhD. Do you speak to him at all? He's a wonderful guy. We got him recently. He used to work for an agency. We kind of bought him out of slavery because he was, and we paid the agent off, and we got him. So that was very successful. He's very happy here, I hope. But yes, we have some like him, Iranian. We have several Iranians working here. The guy at the door, I don't know if you met him. He's Arash. He's a big guy. He's
Yeah. Where is he from?
He's from Iran. That's why I'm saying
Really?
that. And he will say to you, I came in 1987 on the 4th of October, Mr. Game, you were cooking fish. You remember the exact day he came.
Wow.
He started off doing very low level, and then he did a hotel diploma. He's not academic. And so he graduated to becoming he worked in our hospitals as a general worker, and now he's in our security. So that's why I say people evolve when they come here. Arash is a good example. He's evolved into being a security guy because he's not academic at all. So this is what I mean. I have people like Arash who've been here a long, long time, and that many people appreciate working with their colleagues, I hope. But I'm not saying we're perfect. We also get, of course, people who are not always happy, and you have to calm them down and make them happy. I'm sure you have to.
So we can say that this is the third thing. You never think
third
that
thing
you're
is the
perfect.
quality of the students themselves, of course.
Oh.
I mustn't forget the students.
Cool.
I mean, like when I'm in Pakistan, like this guy comes up and, Mr. Game, you remember me? He was our student 40 years ago. This kind of thing. They go back a long time, and they come up and meet us in the streets, and some of them have done very well in their careers also. And we've got some very, very nice students here this year, thanks to my people like Funda, who's in charge of marketing. Yeah. We've got students from all over the world who are lovely people, and I go and have dinner with the boarders and meet them all and so on. So it's very good to have good students from every country. That's what I like about it. I would not want to run a British school with British people only. I can tell you that now, definitely. I like
now, David, Game College, from how many countries you have students?
49.
49.
Yes.
Wow.
So that is one good thing. Since the very beginning, when I first started in 1974, this was our aim, to bring students from abroad. In those days, it was from Malaysia particularly, and then Iran, and then there were a huge number from Iraq, and then Nigeria, and then of course China. Everyone was being, and now guess what? The biggest number of people here now are Russian speakers from the whole Russian world.
Wow.
Russia, Belarus,
ex-Soviet Union.
Also, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's the biggest number in this college. I was amazed. Usually it's not like that, but now more and more from these countries. We're marketing in Kazakhstan and so on, Uzbekistan. Yeah, it's really interesting. So it evolves, and you go to those countries and have a fascinating experience because of your students and we've got teachers from these places. So I like to use them for trips to go and visit their countries. I sometimes go there and I make them visit somewhere they haven't seen themselves. So we go for a wonderful trip.
Perfect. So you said three things now. First, your team. The second one, teachers, and the third one, students. About success in education.
Yes, I mean.
Is there any fourth one or fifth one?
Well, I think what I've always liked doing is I know I said we're very busy. We don't want to set up too many new things, but it's very, very good that we managed to evolve to build a film school, for example. I'm very proud of that. I mean, so it's not something that we had in mind to plan, but I had a building and it was empty. The business school moved out. So I said, what can we do? And someone suggested film. And then I was very lucky to get the right people. Many different things come together.
Yeah.
Luck is very, very important. I got the right people to run the film school. My goddaughter, Daisy, I've known her since she's born. She was born 50 years ago. She's 50 at the same time as this college is 50.
Oh my
and she's called Daisy. She runs the film school. She's an amazing woman. And it has been brilliantly successful, I can tell you that. So, I mean, it's very, very good doing new things as long as you do them with the right people. So there's three types. One that succeeds very well, like the film school, goes on forever. One that succeeds very well, like we had a college in Northampton called Bosworth, but you sell it, so it's no longer anything to do with us. And one is, of course, the one that might not succeed, like the one in Turkey, which lost money, but it was very nice adventure, but it didn't. So you can't succeed with everything. You have to make the most of the ones that do succeed. That is the point. And so it's very good having so many different things, like the acting school as well. Not all of them make a huge amount of money, but the experience of doing it is itself teaches you things too. These other schools, you learn from them as well. You may say, we are the head of the group, but we of course start them, but then they bring in things so we all share ideas. That's what's good. That's what's exciting.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, when people say, do you have a plan for the future? I mean, my plan is simply probably just to keep improving what we're doing. Yes, there's a good example. I mean, our missions officer from Turkmenistan, but she's one of our best students. Her brother now is our student. He's in Cambridge.
Wow.
A very clever
Also
family.
Wow.
two sisters.
And two sisters
one
also very clever.
Imperial
Our
diplomat,
cleverest
yeah.
family ever. Whole family of brilliant people. They left Turkmenistan long ago. Turkmenistan is a bad
Wow.
country, I'm afraid.
It's
Very bad government, isn't it?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Idiotic man runs it, unfortunately. Like so many countries.
No politics, please.
Okay, no problem.
We talked about success in education, and you are really so well experienced person about life. What do you think? What is success in life for
Well,
you?
my opinion, I mean, it's simple enough. I mean, success is to achieve a feeling of happiness, isn't it? I mean, so many rich people don't achieve it. So, I mean, success in life is to manage to enjoy each day and think happily about the future. I can't say I'm always happy. I feel depressed at times too, like everyone, but we have to, in a bad world situation that's nowadays, we have to try and keep positive, which Funda is very good at doing. If I lecture in office with her, it's very good. Yes, I think it's to achieve a positive attitude and have many friends, but not too many friends. You've got to have time for yourself as well, and to try and...
What is the optimum number of friends for you?
Very good.
He says that, but he has so many friends.
No, but I mean, it's nice. London is a good place because I can afford to go out to restaurants. I do that a lot with my friends, which is very nice. And my staff. Tonight I'm taking out 3 staff to a top restaurant that Funda's found for us.
Perfect.
So I mean, that's the joy about living in London, the vast variety of things to do. Have you spent a long time in London at all, much or not?
Yeah, for last 20 years, every year I arrive London and see so many things around.
Yeah.
But of course, you know very well about anything.
No, I don't know
open
London.
to any recommendations.
It's too
from
big
you.
to know London that well, but I mean, we're always discovering new things. This area is totally new for us. We came here 5 years ago. We're still exploring. It's a very beautiful area, actually, but so many things to explore and new things to discover. And also things like concerts, movies. You can do so much in London, which I try and do. And of course, one thing is to try and keep good health as well. That's another achievement.
So James cooks his lunch every day and brings to office.
Wow.
To eat
What's that?
your lunch every day.
Yes, I try to tell. I mean, 1 or 2 of my staff, they often get ill. They have, they're sick, or I say you have to try and eat meals at regular times. That's it.
Wow, I think
That's one thing.
it's
Eat
a
meals
success
at regular
too.
time. I've always done that. I've been quite good at that. I don't miss out on lunch. I mean, I'm sorry. It's a small thing to say, but it does keep you more healthy, in my opinion. I feel like it anyway. You get into the habit eating sort of regularly. But on the other hand,
Well disciplined you are.
as Funda will say, I'm not that well disciplined because she wants to eat about 7 or 8 at night. I can eat at midnight because in that way I'm not so well disciplined actually. That's what will tell you. But I don't mind like Spanish people eating very late. Maybe that's not such a good thing. I probably should improve on that. There are many things in ways which I should improve. I know this quite well. I'm sorry. Yes, I would criticize myself too. I like having people who are around you who will criticize you and talk to you frankly. You know, it's what I like really. But thank you very much for asking. It's very nice of you to take an interest like this. Really, it's you're a different sort of person to interview, I must say. I mean,
I'm
you
really
must be a
so
great
glad to
inspiration yourself to your school, I'm sure. So you have, what do you have? How many schools do you have, in fact?
In 4 schools in Istanbul side, a university in Cyprus, a university in Istanbul too,
That's
and
amazing.
Dubai language
So when did you
school.
set up all this? How did you manage to do so much? You were pretty...
I'm 42 years old now.
Wow, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
You've done very well. Did you? How long have you been working on this? Sorry to turn the interview around, but
Last from 2010 I started. It's my 13th year.
and what is your subject? Did you study? I mean, are you a
I
scientist?
study economy
Economics.
in bachelor degree, master degree on business administration, and finance on PhD
In Turkey or abroad?
in Turkey, and just for 6 months in half of my master degree in New York.
Ah, right. But people go to Turkish universities, even our students from Pakistan, they go and study in Turkey.
so many.
In Middle East, for example.
Yeah. We have really good universities too, but
Yeah.
in nowadays not so good actually.
Really?
It's huge trouble.
Really?
I don't believe universities anymore. This is another case.
You don't really believe it?
Yeah, I don't believe universities. You know, it's
You think-
culture. I believe it now, of course. For if you are from Oxbridge universities, it's a network, amazing.
Yeah.
But I believe that they are so conservative, and world changed in the last 10 years.
So you think it's best to have more apprenticeships or...
Exactly, more digital it must be actually, to bonding with the students. This is so important to me. And I worked for United States companies 4.5 years in Hewlett Packard and Dell. Maybe you heard
Dell.
Laptops, you know,
Yes.
that kind of
You
companies I
work
worked
like-
for.
I see, yes. So,
Yeah,
so you're
I
very,
started-
very digitally... I don't know anything about computers. Other
Really?
people deal with it. for-
I have an AI company about education, and I
Yeah.
love it. And I believe that AI will change so many things. And after
Well,
software systems changed last 20 years,
Yeah.
it's fascinating
The question
and
is, Maybe
facilitators
change
to
in the
the
right direction.
human being.
I mean, I have one good friend, one of our agents actually, and he's now changed his whole agency. He's become the assistant CEO of an American company. He told me all about this a week ago. It's incredible. In Austin, Texas, this
Yeah.
American millionaire, this is typical of America, he's actually a charitable millionaire. He set up an institution, a school in Austin. The students all do 2 hours only intense study using AI.
Yeah.
And they spend the rest of the day, doing extracurricular activities. And he's doing it for charitable. They can learn everything in 2 hours intensive.
That's
and
true.
My friend, together with many people, they never go there. They work from abroad all around the world and run this place. It's incredible.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
these extraordinary things exist. One never would have dreamt about it, but it's amazing.
Yeah, actually, I believe it's reading a book is really changing lives. So many books changed my life. I'm sure you're extremely experienced person. I know how wise you are. I don't want
You're
to.
very welcome to tell me any book that changed your life, and I will certainly be happy to look at it.
Yes, I believe it, but you should learn about AI. In these generation knows these systems. It wasn't like that before.
Yeah.
Of course, a library we need.
How are you
at
using it in your
houses.
schools then? Are you using AI in your
Yeah,
schools?
of course.
So, in
About
what-
examination, we have high school examinations, and we are the top 5 school in Istanbul. There's so important high schools, and 2.3 million students extended to in this examination, and only 1% can go to the best high schools. So
Uh-huh.
it's really so
So you
competitive
get them into
market.
top high schools.
Yeah,
You
we
actually
are,
I see.
we
Is
are
that
in
the
top
school?
5.
Yes,
now.
we had Çağdaş Eğitim Merkezi. I just remember them. they were in charge in Bakuko, I think it was, a long time ago,
Yeah.
with this guy. The idea was to get students into high school exams. They just reminded me.
Exactly. There are preparation courses, but we are school. As a school, we are working, and we have our digital program, AI program, for preparation students.
But you also have to stop students cheating all the time on AI. I mean, plagiarism, doing all their homework on AI. I mean, that's also something you have to watch over, isn't it? My teachers tell me that every now and then they spot a student's quite obviously just lifted their whole homework.
Yeah, but
Mind you,
we
they
are
learn
not talking
something.
about ChatGPT kind of AI.
Yes, that's right.
There
Yeah.
are so many
Yeah, I see.
types of artificial intelligence. So
Yeah, I see.
we are
Good point.
arranging the tests, and we are using the algorithms for the students.
I got
Over 700,000 videos we are showing. It's a really so interesting system. When you have time, I can show
You must
you.
come, Funder, we should go and visit them sometime.
Yes.
Of course, please be my guest. It's an honor. I'll be really so happy.
Very interesting.
As you see, my all over the world. Last week, Canadian British Columbian minister was my guest
Really?
at school, and it's really so
From
lovely.
Canada?
Yeah, from Canada, British Columbia,
British
BC,
Columbia, yeah.
BC education minister. He's really so good
Gosh.
guy, and 2 hours 42 minutes we had together. This is so long time for a minister to have time, but always topics and other topics and what to do, how to do about accreditation systems and AI.
Do you think he said that you were teaching him something? Did he learn something from your school that he didn't know before?
I believe that the accreditation systems really so important, and he checked our schools, and he sees about the digital systems are so different than
I
their
see.
system.
From Canada, all right.
So we
So
can
maybe
collaborate.
You collaborate.
Yeah,
That's
we will.
it.
And the important thing when I see in here, you're extremely successful. From
We
the
are
told
miles
me
behind
that-
with AI and things like that. We are nowhere.
yeah, but for Russell Group universities,
Yeah, quite good.
7 of 10,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, 7%.
70% about from the foundation, and I believe that we can make it in an AI together to this as a
Well, that would
software.
certainly be worth thinking about. But I don't know if Funder told you, quite a lot of our students, of course, much more than before, the last few years, more and more, have SEN, special educational needs. You know, they have issues. They have
Yeah.
problems like dyslexia or ADHD. You have all these things in Turkey. I mean, a lot
Yeah.
of, so we have to have special people dealing. So we don't refuse such students. We try and help them. And many of them are
Yeah.
autism, for example. Our best student now, who's going to go to Cambridge, is an autistic girl. You know, a lot of students in this country particularly have these special needs now, more and more.
I think that's
Yeah,
the difference
that's true,
between
but-
British education and education in Turkey, where in Turkey parents they try to hide such
Yes.
special
Exactly.
needs. Where
Exactly.
here they get extra time in exams, like
Mhm.
they looked after, and the teachers they do study plan for them.
Actually, officially in Turkey, the same. But as you said, that parents are
Realities
hiding
now.
that kind of things.
Yeah.
I just
And
talked
they
to a
said
family
it's
yesterday.
a shame.
Yes, that's
exactly.
right. They
That's
pretend it
not
doesn't
okay.
exist. That's where we have a problem. We accept a
Yeah.
student, and the parents don't tell us the truth. Then we find out after they've come, they have all these issues. You know,
Yeah.
this is. But I wouldn't like to say it's too many, but we have good people dealing with it. But it can cause.
But I believe hybrid systems now. We should use AI and books and classes. It's just a tool about knowledge. I believe we can.
Yes.
Everybody will use it, I'm sure.
Yes.
And some students likes more than normal classrooms, that
Yes.
kind of thing. Some students likes normal classrooms, face-to-face classrooms than
Well,
AI.
one of the things we say is, what do you remember when you're maybe an old man? You remember, this person taught me. I
Yeah,
remember him from my life. That's your teacher. So if you learn all on AI, you won't be able to have those memories.
exactly. Because of that, I'm always telling you we should do it. And the most important thing, we were talking to the minister. I believe gamification so much.
Sorry, what?
Gamification.
Gamification.
Yeah, it's really so important to the kids because they love gaming.
Funda set up a
And-
games room.
Yes, very small.
I see. In the digital games, every classroom, every classes for every books. We are now preparing gamification methods. When they will do something in the book, they will get points. That makes motivating them crazy. And with the cartoons we should use, especially for elementary school
young
and
ones,
for
yeah.
kindergartens. We have good manner classrooms. We have a good manner salon. They know how to hold the chair of their girlfriend, ladies, how to do being a gentleman, being a lady. From kindergarten where we started to
You teach them this? How do you teach that?
Yeah, we are teaching it and how to
Good manners.
Yeah, good manners lessons. We have a good manner teacher from. She stayed in London so long time, and there was a lady school. She graduated. I got shocked when I heard about it.
There are many
So
girls' school.
yeah, I heard.
This
about
is not gamification. That's quite a different thing.
No, yeah. About the gamification, we are making the materials for it. I have a gaming company.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so we are making it
Yes,
in a digital way, but for the differentiation for the minister, good manner classrooms, salon, it's different to.
That's very good. Something we've never done.
No.
You do teach public speaking.
Yeah, with Alan we talked.
Yes.
We have a video with him, and he was extremely passionate. And so I told him that in your eyes I can see the passion when you're talking about your job. This is really so fantastic. You have the same actually. I think all the team in here.
If you come to see your school, I have to bring Alan with me as well.
So, and the other thing that he likes, Japanese philosophies. We are teaching 7 Japanese philosophies in elementary school.
Wow.
We have Tomoko Kudo and Tomoko-san, Akiko-san from Tokyo.
Do you have any Japanese people?
Yeah, we have 2 Japanese teachers, and
Really?
for elementary schools they are giving courses
That's very-
about
That's
Japanese.
fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
these are the differences. You asked me about what
No,
ministers.
that's really interesting. Thank you very much. I can already see there's so many things that we should come and see if we can.
I will be really so glad to see you in our
So
school.
sometime
It will be
soon
an honor.
in the
Next
spring,
year,
maybe.
yeah.